Hello and welcome back to my logo design process series where I am showing you my day-to-day process on my current project. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about day 6 of my logo design process. Now over the last 5 days I have been building and designing a logo from scratch. I've been researching and understanding the brief, brainstorming, coming up with ideas, sketching for my design, jumping into Illustrator, artworking my design, and in the last video I chose the colors. So up to this point the logo is designed, and if you're designing, or if I'm designing a logo, normally it's all done by day 5. For this project, I'm going to be presenting to a client very soon. And one of the things I like to do when selling a logo design to a client is to put the logo in situ. Now, this is a really important step because this step helps you sell your design. If you ever just show a logo flat to your client, you know, they're seeing it out of context. They might not get what the design is all about initially, so they might not react the way you want to for a designer. So in this video, I'm going to be demonstrating my phase 4 of my logo design project, which is to present my logo design to the client. And the first step is to place my logo design in situ. Now, as I was saying before, putting logo in situ is really important. It helps contextualize the logo, show how it's going to work, and it's a tool to really sell it to the client. So let's take a look at what I did today and how I put my logo in situ. So here I am in a Illustrator document, and this is a document I've created where I am collecting and building my in-situ visuals. At this stage, all I'm looking to do and all I'm looking to focus on is to get some solid in-situ visuals, which I'm going to include in my presentation in the next step. But here I want to look at how the logo can work in a range of contexts, small and large, and really contextualize it and test it to see if it actually works. And here you can see I have quite a few in-situs here, which I'm going to show how the logo can work, but also just touching on a little bit of branding as well. Now, this isn't a branding project. This is a logo design project. Now, sometimes what I like to do is I like to just give the client just a little bit of a tease to show how the logo could work as a broader creative, as a broader piece of creative in branding, because this can help sell the idea and just show the logo has legs and can work as part of a bigger holistic design rather than just a logo. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just my approach. So let's dive in and have a look at some of these in-situ visuals here, where I'll talk about why I did them and why I want to include them. So my first in-situ visual is just a very simple graphic. I did a Google search of the company. They had a couple of images on Google Maps. So I thought it'd be really good to just take those images and put the logo into their real office space. So here I put the logo on a sign which is outside of their office. Also, I found this image they had of an interior sign. And here I'm just looking at how the logo would work and how it would work in conjunction with maybe a bit of type as well. And next I have these business cards, and these business cards are showing how a layout could work with the chosen typeface and how the logo would work front and back. Next we see some mugs, and here I'm showing how the color could work in various ways. We have the logo working on a solid color and the logo working on a white. Now, it's important to mention here that what you'll see is a very specific colorway. In the previous video, we looked at all the potential color treatments that I was considering. Now I'm putting the logo design in situ. I have now finalized my color choice. And after exploring it, I really like, and I think what would work really well for this brand as a master brand is this coral and the purple and this white color combination. I really like this. I feel it's unique, it's ownable, and it's distinct. And I feel it has a nice look and feel for the master brand. Now, you'll see a little bit later how I explored other colors as well, but I had to decide on a master brand for this. And for this, I'm going with the coral, purple and white. So next we have some badges. And here we can see how this could work in a bit more of a fun way, where we've just got the logo on a badge in its two colorways. We have the logo working on a t-shirt, we have the logo working on a cap. And next I'm just looking at some initial layouts, just a little touch of how this logo design would work and how the colors would work. So here I've got this nice gradient map effect where the coral and the purple works really nice. And here you can see I've used some of the letter forms which I showed in a previous video that could be used as like a display font to boost the visual communication. Also something a bit more ownable for them. Next we have this cool little graphic poster where I'm using the arrow in the logo as a motif to create a sense of direction. And then lastly, I have this nice, simple, very graphic and bold layout where I'm using a little touch of the motif and using it as a grid to stack my text. Next, we're looking at how a folder could work. And now we're starting to see how the motif and the visual elements can come together to form a holistic, cohesive look and feel. We can see how it's applied to notebooks. And here I'm looking on tote bags. And again, looking at how the motif could work on a bag, very distinct, very unique. Next, I'm looking at how I could celebrate the type, a very visual, attractive design here, and again on the t-shirt. And next, I'm looking at what an ad might look like, say on the underground or at a train station. And here I'm combining those visual elements, the gradient map, the type, the display type, and how I treat the logo and the body copy to create this nice ad, this nice eye-catching ad. Next, we can see what it might look like on a slim canvas, a slim tall canvas, where we can use the motif and the logo design together. Now on the call, the client was also interested in seeing how the design might work as an interior space. So here I'm just having a little think about how maybe the motif could work as prints or as an interior design. Next, I want to give the client an impression of what it might look like if they were to do, say, a conference where the motif and the logo design can work in conjunction as maybe a cover. Next, I'm showing how the logo would work as a footer in an email. And then next, I'm looking at how maybe Twitter would look. So how would the brand look on first impression? So here you can see the visual elements coming together. We have the gradient map, the display type, and the logo. And to this, I'm just showing a quick social post of how we would use those shapes as part of a frame for images to create a very stylized brand look and feel. And finally, we have a frame here of the outside entrance of the office space. And I found this image on Google Maps where Riverside Training currently have these signage on the front door. So what I've done here is I've swapped it out and put in some new signage, how it would look in this new brand look and feel. So that is the master brand, and we can see how everything is working in the coral, purple and white color scheme. But what we also talked about on the call is potentially having a broader spectrum. Now, Riverside Training Spalding is an education platform. They offer a lot of courses in a lot of sectors, and we like the idea of maybe exploring color and having a color for each sector. So here I'm just quickly showing how this could work. So this logo really lends itself to variation in color. Because of its simplicity, we can swap out the colors easily. So the main strokes would be the purple, so that would be a consistent color. The white would be consistent, but the background and the solid shapes could easily change. So this is a really nice system that could easily work for the RTS logo. So next you can see I've got some more poster layouts, and this is just demonstrating how those color touches could work. So earlier we saw the coral colorway, and here we can see how for teaching, for customer service and for business, there could be an ownable color for each one of those. So this lends to a more vibrant but very structured and cool brand. Very sophisticated approach here. Next, we have some posters. Again, just looking at that motif and how the colorways could work. And finally, I'm just showing how mugs could work and how the colors could express on the mugs. So taking a zoom out here, these are all of the in-situ visuals which I put together. These are a lot of Photoshop documents which I had, which allowed me to quickly drop in my visuals. It might look like a lot here, but once you have really good in-situ visuals, which you can buy from creative resource websites, then it's really easy to just drop your design into them. So the key is to get yourself some really good mock-ups, some really good in-situ visuals, which makes it easy for you to just drop in your design and you can generate some really good in-situ visuals like this. So these are now ready for me to take forward into the next step. So those are my in-situ visuals, which I'm going to use to present my logo to the client and try and convince them that this is a really good creative solution for their logo design. Now there's quite a few there. You don't have to include as many as that, but I like to include as many as I can to really touch all the key touch points so they can really see the logo working. These are really going to help me sell my design. So that covers exactly what I did today in day 6. Tomorrow, I'm going to be taking these in-situ visuals and everything I've done up to this point and make a proposal document, which I'm going to use to present to the client to convince them that this creative solution is a good one for them and they should go with it. So if you want to see that video, stick around, like and subscribe the video. I'll be putting that video out soon where you'll be able to see me create a proposal document, and I'll be talking about why a proposal document is good and why you should create one. If you want to learn more about this design process that I've been showing over the last couple of days and get access to my design process checklist, I have a professional logo design course on my GDS channel. Link is in the description. This is a tried and tested process, guys. This is the process that I use all the time to do my professional logo design. If you're interested, check it out on my other channel. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow in the last video and the last day of this logo design process. So I'll see you then.